I told you that you can make $100, $200, $300, or even $500 a day by only flipping and investing into NFTs? Well, that is entirely possible, and many people have actually achieved this in this year alone, turning flipping NFTs as somewhat of a financial hobby actually into a full-time income source. And let's be honest, NFTs have been all the rage since the beginning of this year, breaking new all-time highs, new celebrities getting into it, and NFT projects reaching unbelievable numbers in floor price. Now, granted, the NFT market has cooled down slightly throughout March, and the demand hasn't been as high as it has been previously in January and or February, but I do believe we could be on the verge of a brand new bull run leading up to April, and I'm not the only one that shares this particular opinion. And in this video, I'll share with you the 3 best current strategies, how you can actually make up to $300 or even more dollars per day flipping and trading and investing into NFTs. And hopefully with the video, you'll manage to get one step closer to the financial freedom that you hope to achieve, if that is one of your goals with NFTs. Before we dive into the video, keep in mind that nothing that I mentioned throughout the video can be deemed as financial advice, and all of these are based on my personal opinions, and this is only for educational and entertainment purposes only. And at the end of the day, the NFT market is extremely volatile, and it's not the best investment class, as we all know, and only a few NFTs will prevail and the majority will simply go to zero and you will lose your money. That's just something that you have to get out of the way before getting into NFTs. Now, before we dive into the very first strategy, I have to talk about one last thing. It's going to be super quick, believe me. And I want to mention that you guys have to make sure to turn on notifications and follow the Twitter of AlphaLabs. This is my personal Alpha Pass project that I have been working on for countless weeks, countless hours already. And I'm not the only founder and influencer behind the project. There are 2 other influencers that are joining me. One of them has already revealed. This is Felix. He's also a NFT influencer. If you guys have seen him, you guys probably have seen him if you've been watching NFT videos, especially big in the German market, to say the least. And we're posting consistent updates on this Twitter channel already with a bunch of fantastic reactions. Believe me when I say AlphaLabs is definitely going to change the entire NFT game forever. So make sure to not miss out on this when it is coming soon. But obviously, this is my own project. I'm going to be very biased towards it. Something to keep in mind. If it's not interesting, just skip ahead. You'll see all the timestamps. As we know, this is the actual screen that you will be greeted by. I cannot show you the whole website. We have a full-on video trailer coming soon, revealing all the perks and features and all the different founders that you cannot miss out. I've talked about a bunch of these features in the previous video, and some things I cannot share as of yet, as we will be revealing more and more information leading up to the actual drop to keep it somewhat exclusive and mysterious, so you guys tune into every single section. In a previous video, we've talked about guaranteed whitelist spots. The whole topic has been covered in the previous video and also explained further in Twitter, so I don't have to go into detail. And Felix in his video talked about the Seed Investor Club, what it is all about. You'll find first of all on his Twitter, and also check out his videos. He explains it very well in depth what the Seed Investor Club is going to be about. This is just one of many perks and benefits that you will receive if you obtain an Alpha Pass for the AlphaLabs project. That's going to be incredibly exciting. And one thing that I have to introduce you guys is going to be the DAO investment fund. Now, this is incredibly exciting, as together as a community, we will be using our community fund, which will be funded by 50% of total secondary market royalties. Now, no other project is doing this. A total of 50% of all secondary market sales are going into a total safe for a total treasure. No other project is doing this. What we're doing, 50% of all total secondary market sales are going into one treasury or one DAO investment fund that, as a community, as a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, we will be able to choose within the group. Everyone will have voting rights, as one Alpha Pass will equal one voting right, to decide what we actually do with this one. Whether this is sweeping up old community projects and we revitalize them, maybe investing and sweeping up blue chip floors or blue chip NFTs with this trading volume. There's many exciting things that we can actually do with this treasury fund, or alternatively even donate this to charity. That's all going to be decided within the actual community, within the actual decentralized autonomous organization, the DAO. So that is a very exciting point that I don't see a lot of projects doing, that I am very excited to bring forward to you guys. But that's enough on AlphaLabs. I just can highly recommend you guys to turn on notifications, give Twitter a follow, because the Discord will be launching soon and it will be first come, first serve for the time being. So everyone with notifications on will definitely be at an advantage. And I can't spoil that there are some huge, crazy partnerships already in the works that are coming soon to AlphaLabs. Enough about my own promotion. I'm just very excited about this project, as I have been working so many weeks behind the scenes with my team with it. And let's actually talk about the very first actual step and strategy that you can use to start making money with NFTs. So strategy one that I want to talk about has been somewhat more of a prominent strategy in the last few weeks, and we're talking about free NFT airdrops. In recent weeks, we've seen more and more projects being airdropped as free NFTs. Now, this is obviously a much lower risk and much lower financial burden on every NFT investor that gets into the space, but do keep in mind the whole NFT space is surrounded with too many scammers out there, and definitely do not click on any links or anything that is sent to you directly via DMs, because no project is going to contact you through the DMs directly. Avoid that under all costs. One very exciting project that I want to talk about, you guys, is going to be Illogics. Now, this is a project that I've talked about previously, and this is just one of many projects that is going to be dropping as a free NFT project. Now, this already has some incredible hype. If you guys want me to do a separate video talking about further free NFT airdrop projects, as we have a few in the lines, definitely leave a comment down below if you guys want to see that video. I'd be glad to make a video like that or include more free NFT projects. But this project, Illogics, we've talked about it in a previous video, 68,200 followers already. This is a very prominent project. People are very excited for this. Illogics min price equals free. Transparency, fairness, utility. While free may sound like an illogical price, it's a statement that shows the NFT space and our community that we're in this for the long run. And that's very true, as if you do keep in mind, a lot of these projects have incredible min prices, making this seem somewhat of a cash grab and then abandon their projects down the road. Illogics is coming first and saying, okay, we're going to give you a free NFT to be part of our community. Obviously, you still have to participate and provide value to the community as with any other project. But what is incredibly exciting about this project is they're not in it for the money up front. They want to provide value up front in this instance and show that they're building a valuable ecosystem, and then with future drops or through secondary market sales, that's how they get the funds back in for the actual work that they created up front, building this valuable community and ecosystem. They're also going to be releasing their own token that will be available for staking and further utility with Goop. If we can take a look at here, we already have some different artworks and some different collaborations with different projects, but I'm very excited looking at this project. It's not my personal cup of tea in terms of actual NFT design, but that is entirely objective and subjective, whether you like the NFT designs or not. But this is already by a pretty cool artist that has an established Twitter following, as you can see right here. Okay, maybe not that many, 2,600, but still nonetheless, it's pretty cool artwork. Not my cup of tea, but nonetheless, some people are very excited about this particular project and really love the artwork right here. A very prominent NFT airdrop that was entirely for free, that dropped sometime last year. I think it was maybe in the bull run, in the first one between August and October. I'm not entirely sure when it was. We'll see that shortly, but it was Loot. Now, some NFT OGs will be familiar with this project. It was absolutely all the rage. It already has 74,000 volume traded, 7,800 items, and this was an entirely free NFT. It was a brand new concept. As you can see, this NFT at first glance is just like a simple combination of words. You have club, silkware, then you have war cap, heavy belt, corpse tear, demon hands, amulet, platinum ring, etc. But this is a very advanced, very interesting concept to see. If we take a little bit of a deeper look, loot is randomized adventure gear generated and stored on chain. Stats, images, and other functionality are intentionally emitted for others to interpret. Feel free to use loot in any way you want. So it's entirely open to our interpretation, and this was really set off a wave of brand new free NFT airdrops. And at one point, this was even trading for multiple Ethereum. Some people really got a lot of money from this free loot airdrop. If we actually check the actual activity, if we zoom out a little bit further and go all time, as you can see up front, right off the bat, once it released, it had incredible hype, trading at an average price of 21 Ethereum. And that at the time was pretty much free 60 to 80,000, which is absolutely mind-blowing. It had a spike right here, but ever since, it has been descending for quite some time. So I just want to bring to awareness that free NFTs can do extremely well, and I think Illogics can do well, not to this extent obviously, but I still believe Illogics could be trading between a 0.2 to 0.6 Ethereum floor price, depending how they actually plan their launch and how that processes. Now, the next strategy that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be whitelist. Now, whitelist, I've talked about it countless times. Here you can see a full in-depth video, how you can actually manage to get onto every single whitelist and what the actual functionality is behind whitelist. Now, whitelists are the #1 way how you can actually obtain access to very prominent and very hyped up projects that are coming in the near future. One example for a very prominent project that is coming in the near future is going to be Project PXN. Now, this is a very exciting project, and as you can see, 177,000 followers on Twitter, and they're probably going to have a supply between 5 and 10,000. I'm not entirely sure what the total supply is going to be for for this project, but obviously you can't spread 5 to 10,000 NFTs amongst 177,000 followers. So what's the strategy from the actual team behind it? They want to allocate their NFTs to people that are most invested in their project and providing the most value to the community to see, okay, these people are interested in my project. They spend a lot of time in the server interacting with the project and really being the #1 investor. And this is a very prominent project that has been utilized by NFTs for the past 6 months, for the past half of the year, just to grant access as a guaranteed mint spot for very prominent projects such as this one, and act as a guarantee for all NFT investors. So whitelists were a very prominent way for the past 6 months to give out guaranteed whitelist or guaranteed mint slots for very passionate NFT investors and the people that are dedicated to provide value to their community. Now, we've seen this done with various different projects in the past, such as obviously Mutant Ape Yacht Club. All the Bored Ape members were whitelisted. Azuki was also a prominent whitelist project with obviously a Dutch auction sale. Bapetiverse, one of the bigger projects in the past weeks, was also whitelists included. CloneX, Muri, Doodles, many more projects that you can see amongst this list were all whitelisted projects. So the goal is here to find a project that is doing extremely well, gaining traction quickly, and focus on the best, most prestigious projects, as those are going to reap the highest rewards. Obviously, you're going to have much higher competition, but ultimately you're going to get much handsome in terms of Ethereum gains. If we take a look at the most recent drop that has done pretty well, is Bapetiverse by the Bathing Ape clothing brand, so a very well-known fashion brand in the industry. And here you can see Bapetiverse currently trading at a 1.7 Ethereum floor price, 10,000 total items with 4,900 holders, and at one point this particular project was trading at almost 3 Ethereum. And if we actually check the sales floor price for Bapetiverse on Icy Tools, one of my favorite tools to use, we can clearly see that at one point they were trading at 2.6 Ethereum. After a relatively rocky and slow launch, they were getting flooded at quite some time for the initial start, for the initial launch. Some things went wrong, but at one point they were trading at a high of 2.6, 2.7 Ethereum off a mint list price of 0.3 Ethereum. That would have been a 2.4 to 2.3 Ethereum gain, which would have been approximately $7,000 profit. And if, for example, we take a look at my personal minting calendar that every single person gets access to within my personal Patreon, The Jungle, here you can see there's still some spots left in my alpha group, The Jungle. Here are all the perks that you get if you actually enter the group. It is not forced, so you can do this if you want, but you can obtain many different tools and sheets such as this upcoming NFT calendar with many useful information such as the project, the rating, the mint date, the mint time, mint price, supply, all the useful links, etc. And also if I'm minting and how much I'm minting, the whitelist spots, etc., but also the direct floor price of the actual project that you would have minted. And a lot of these projects were whitelist only, such as, for example, you can see right here, Karafuru, which led to a direct floor of 4.8 Ethereum off of a 0.2 Ethereum price. So with this, I just want to illustrate and show you guys how lucrative it can be to get on very prominent whitelist spots for great NFT projects, as this would have resulted in an instant gain of $15,400. Obviously, subtract the gas fees and the 0.2 Ethereum mint price. But nevertheless, this is a very useful, great strategy that was really good, especially during the NFT bull run, and could be fantastic as well leading up to April. The last strategy, and strategy 3 that I want to talk about, is staking NFTs. Now, this isn't a brand new concept or anything that has just been released around the corner, but nevertheless, I still want to talk about this concept, as some projects have done this very successfully, maintaining their floor prices and generating consistent passive income to NFT holders, even though the NFT market was relatively slow. And my favorite projects that are doing this currently are, first of all, Metroverse. They have just released their second drop that is doing pretty well with a floor price of 1.2 Ethereum. Then you also have the original Genesis drop of Metroverse with 10,000 total items, 1.78 Ethereum floor price, and volume traded over 22,000. Now, this is a very exciting project in my opinion. Metroverse has been going strong for quite some time. Now, you can see all the different information surrounding this project. Metroverse, I've talked about this project a bunch of different times, but ultimately what you do is that not only can you invest into this NFT and pick them up on secondary, but you can actually stake this NFT, and by staking it, you reap passive rewards, passive income rewards on a daily basis. So for example, if we take a look at the summary for the Metroverse documentation that you can find officially on their website, Metroverse is a land trading NFT strategy game on Ethereum. Players strategically collect and trade city blocks to grow their economy and earn the MET utility token. That's the actual token that they can use and earn, that they can also trade and swap for Ethereum and earn passive income through. Players can collect multiple city blocks and build neighborhoods. Each block generates revenues in form of MET tokens, the game's native currency. cryptocurrency. Through this, users are incentivized to strategically acquire and add additional blocks to their collection, as MET tokens can be utilized within the game economy to improve their holdings and generate even more MET. And so on top of trading and earning the actual MET token, you can actually stake your NFT, so practically lock the NFT for the time being and earn it through the passive income that is being generated through you staking your NFT. And the first very big project that this is very successfully has been Cybercoins. Now this is definitely a very exciting blue chip project that has really kicked things off with the whole staking platform and everything being introduced. They were trading at incredible, insane prices at one point, and their native token, their banana token, was even selling for $700 a day, which would have generated them $210,000 if that price would have maintained on a consistent passive income basis. Another one of my favorite projects that introduced staking quite well, this is on the Solana ecosystem, and that is a Stone Ape Crew, where you can earn puff tokens by staking your NFTs. And this is one of the most successful projects in the Solana ecosystem, and two projects that you're all well aware of and know are introducing staking at some point in the future, which I am very excited for. Those two projects being, first of all, Azuki with the Beans token that is yet to be released, and also the Bored Ape Yacht Club with the whole AlphaLabs team introducing obviously the ape token that we're all well aware of by now. That will also be available at some time in the future to be staked for. So very exciting news. This is just going to be coming somewhere in the future, and I'm very bullish to when that actually is going to be real. That, first of all, not only takes away more of these NFTs from the market, but also generates passive income for each individual holder, which is incredibly exciting and a great step towards the future for NFTs. And that pretty much wraps up today's video. These are all of my favorite strategies that I'm personally using to make money generating through NFTs. So the main strategies are free NFTs, getting on whitelist for very prominent projects, and reaping fantastic rewards. Yes, this is a grind, but as we've seen with the previous example, it definitely pays off if you choose your projects correctly. And on top of that, you can get involved in secondary market sales, but those are a little bit risky in my opinion and are a little bit more for experienced traders. And last but not least, through staking NFTs. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to turn on notifications on YouTube, Twitter for AlphaLabs, and my personal account to not miss out on any future information. And thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.